how are you doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. So, you're welcome to Dove Evan Foundation podcast. And today we're going to be talking about cancer care in Nigeria. And with me here is the Executive Director of Dove Evan Foundation, Dr. Ekundayo Samuel. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
So, starting, we want you to tell us what is cancer all about. Why do we have cancer at all? Can you just give us like an introduction for a layman that doesn't know anything about cancer?
Okay, thank you so much. Humans generally are made up of trillions of cells that over our lifetime normally grow and divide as needed. To be truthful, we are all made up of cells. So when cells are abnormal, or when they get old, they normally die. The body system has a way of taking care of these cells. However, cancer starts when something goes wrong in this process of taking care of these cells or removing them. And the cells will keep making new cells. And the old or abnormal cells also they don't die, so when they should. So as the cancer cell grows out of control, they can crowd out the normal cells of the body, and that would be a problem. And that's actually what we are talking about, cancer. So the cells will move from where they are and move to other part of the body system. So when they get there, they actually obstruct the normal function of the body, and the body also reacts. So that's actually what we're talking about, cancer generally.
Okay, thank you, sir. So moving forward, we'd like to talk about types of cancer because we've had different types out there. So can you shed more light, like what kind of cancers do we have out there? What part of the body can cancer affect?
Okay, thank you so much. So there are many types of cancer. Cancer can develop anywhere in the body, and is named for the part of the body where it starts or it started, as the case may be. For instance, cancer that starts in the breast will be called breast cancer, even if it spreads to other part of the body. So because it's starting from that part of the body, it will be named after that part of the body. So but generally, as it were, there are two main categories of cancer that we know. We have the hematologic cancers and the solid tumor cancer. So those hematologic, you see them in the blood cells, including you can see some of them and call them leukemia, lymphoma, multiple myeloma. So those ones they are categorized under hematological form of cancer or blood cancers. And then the solid tumor cancers are cancers of any of the other body tissue or organ. So the most common solid tumor that we know around that people talk about are the breast cancer, prostate cancer, cervical cancer, and like what we'll be discussing in today's more of breast, cervical, and prostate. So those are actually the groups of cancer that we have.
Thank you, sir. If you're just joining us, this is a podcast on cancer care in Nigeria by Dove Evan Foundation with the support of ACTS Foundation. Okay, so going on, we will be talking about the causes or the risk factors. Like, are there some things that actually are responsible for cancer in the body?
Okay, cancer cells develop because of multiple changes in the genes of individuals or in the genes of these cells. So these changes can have many possible causes. For example, lifestyle changes, physical inactivities, obesity, genes that you get from your parents. So they are, and actually maybe you are exposed to cancer-causing agents. So it could be biological, like viruses, bacteria. It could be even some parasites, and also you can also be exposed to some chemicals that are actually they could serve as a risk factor, but in the environment, so all this can all play a role. So, but many times there is no obvious cause that we can actually pick and say yes, this is actually the cause of cancer. So, but we know that there are some possible risk factors that we are exposed to. For example, tobacco use, smoke, alcohol consumption. These actually they are risk factors that could make us to be more prone to having cancer. So there are no real cause as of today that we know, because you cannot really pin the cancer to a cause, except the cancer that we call cervical cancer that we know, yes, is majorly caused by human papillomavirus.
Wow, that is interesting. So literally, we can't just say, oh, cancer is caused by eating this or that, but we just have some risk factors that could increase your susceptibility to cancer. Thank you, sir, for that. Okay, so now talking about the fact that we have risk factors, we can't really attach it to a particular cause. So can cancer be prevented? Like, is there anything we can do to prevent ourselves for being susceptible of, or for coming down with any form of cancer?
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, these factors that I mentioned earlier, these factors, you can just group them into those that you can modify and those that you cannot modify. What I mean by modify is that those that you actually have something, you can make a choice about them, real choice, based on your lifestyle. You can say, okay, I don't want to take this again, I will not smoke again, I will run away from smoke. So those ones you can modify them. But there are some that you cannot modify, probably because, for example, your sex. Being a male, you are already a candidate to say, quote unquote, for cancer of the prostate. So being a female, yes, you can say, oh, it's likely that I might come down with cancer of the cervix or breast, like as the case may be. So, but be that as it may, we still need to make healthy choices. So for those that we have a lot of things that we can actually do about them, because from what we've seen so far, like 5 to 10% of all cancers that we know, they are majorly hereditary. So the larger part of it is actually what we can do about, and they are from our environment. So we can make healthy choices on actually how to prevent cancer. So choices like your lifestyle, physical activity, healthy eating, so you eat more of plant-based food, so healthy weights. You also try to stop or avoid tobacco or wherever there is smoke. So those ones you can make good choices about them to say, okay, I'm not going to do this again, and that actually will help. So also go for regular screening, because if it's seen early, then it can. Then there are some viruses, some risk factors that actually, some risk factors to cancer that can also prevent, like taking up vaccination is also very important. So also protect your skin from the rays of sunlight can also help you to prevent cancer. And some people actually, they have multiple sexual partner. They also know that if you don't have multiple sex partner, you can actually have a reduction in your risk of having cancer of the cervix. So in all, we still need to make healthy choices for to prevent cancer.
Thank you, sir. So while we have the modifiable factors that we could work on, we also have some non-modifiable factors, like it being your age, it being hereditary and all. So that means for the non-modifiable factors, sometimes this thing can happen. So, and you mentioned something talking about detecting cancer early. So can we go deeper on that? Like, why is it very important to detect any form of cancer early?
Yes, so if you present to your doctor, it's important that you do that, because early detection can do the magic, and cancer can be eliminated completely if it is seen early. And that's why we are saying that yes, cancer is not a death sentence. So, but people are always scared that then that means it's no, it isn't. So if you present early to your doctor, cancer can be cured. Cancer can be eliminated completely. So that's actually important, because it will reduce the chances of the cancer spreading to other parts of the body, and also it can also increase the chances for successful treatments. And also there are other problems that are also linked with treatments that you can also avoid when you present early. And also you also have higher chance of survival. So these are actually very important. And also in to talk about cost. So if you present early, it will definitely reduce your cost for care or of care. So we actually said that people should present early so that they can actually be able to benefit from all this, so that they will not die early. Then they can also have lower cost for their treatments.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Now, talking about early detection, that means if someone is diagnosed with cancer, there needs to be a form of treatment or some procedures to manage it. So can you just give us an overview? Like, are there treatments, especially talking about the Nigerian sector, like in Nigeria, are there treatments, are there ways to manage cancer for people that are diagnosed?
Yes, Nigeria currently has experts that we call oncologists, so they manage cancer. So in Nigeria, although we have few experts in terms of cancer treatment and management, but yes, we know that there are few we are good experts in the country that can actually help to manage. But the first thing that just go and present first, so they know what to do and actually what to put you through, that you actually get treatment and cancer can be cured completely.
Oh, that's a good one, that we have methods whereby we can manage cancer and people can get cured, especially when detected early. And to round up, I know the Dove Foundation works with rural population a lot. So can you give us like a synopsis of what cancer care looks like among the rural population? Because yes, you talked about the fact that we have treatment options and management procedures in Nigeria, but what about in the rural areas? Do they also have access to this? How do they even get to know they have cancer? Are they even aware of the importance of early diagnosis and all?
Yes, that is currently what Dove Foundation stands for. We want to reach out to those who are unreached, those who actually they are underserved. So Dove Foundation actually was established for that purpose, because we don't believe in discrimination. We don't believe in anybody to be marginalized, because we believe that everyone deserves good health. Everyone has the right to good health. So we are advocating for more of these options to be available in rural area. But unfortunately, at the moment, people at the rural area, they are underserved, they are suffering, nowhere to go to, there are no oncologists. Using Kogi as a case study in which the HNG actually is located, like I mentioned, that we have fewer oncologists in the country, people who are expert in cancer care. As at the moment, there are less than 90 experts in the country of Nigeria that can actually take care of cancer. But unfortunately, even these less than 90, they are maybe located in around 19 states in Nigeria, and that actually tells you that we have some states that don't have experts. So one of those states actually is Kogi State, and we felt this actually is not fair, and that actually will reduce the chances of people in those locations to actually not have access to cancer care facilities and the like. So we are advocating that people in the rural area deserve good health, but unfortunately there are no enough facilities that can take care of cancer in the rural area. So some of them, because of lack of funds, before they can even move from where they are to where they should get treatment, is a loss. So at the moment there is actually discrimination in terms of access to cancer care in Nigeria, which we actually stand against.
Thank you, sir. That's a key thing to reflect on. Like, it's a sober one, looking at access to cancer care among rural population. But we thank you for organizations like Dove Urban Foundation working amongst this population. And that will be it for this session. Thank you, Dr. Ekundayo Samuel, for your time in expounding and giving us the information about cancer care in Nigeria. And this information is brought to you by Dove Urban Foundation with support from Aspire Coronation Trust Foundation. So if you have more questions, you want to have more inquiries, you can call us on 0808 777 9043, and you can also reach out to us at info@dove-avonfoundation.com. You can also check us on social media. You can check our website. Thank you. I remain Dorcas Famoyegon, your host. Have a wonderful day.